Sanchez spent a long time researching her ancestry, a quest which she compiled into a published book. In such cases, historians often reach dead ends due to a lack of personal records. It was genetic testing that gave Sanchez and others like her hope that DNA could shed light on their family's long-lost origins.
Hey guys, and welcome back once again on the stable of what? Vibe with Chivik. Exactly. Welcome back, and please kindly calm down. Breathing, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, because today you might be crying, you might be smiling, and definitely you will be educated, enlightened, and entertained as well in the course of today's episode. So sit back, grab your cup of tea, and one more thing, I will kindly oblige you watch till the very end of this video, because it's definitely going to be a solemn and educative, insightful, and interesting one at that. So kindly watch till the end. And at this point, I will ask, if you do usually forget to like, please don't forget to like my videos today. If you're new here and you're yet to join the family, if you do enjoy what you see or what you've seen so far, kindly subscribe and join the family, and God will definitely bless you richly. For my returnees, thank you so freaking much for always coming back to support me, whether you're from Chivik Inspirations or you are definitely stuck here. Thank you very much, and God bless you. So it is no longer news that there has been a history in Africa that touches and cuts across the heart of every African in the map of Africa. Whether from West Africa, South Africa, North Africa, East Africa, name it, it has actually been a history. And what history are we talking about? The history where our colonials actually started, worked with us, and at the end of the day, ended with us in our curse and pursuit for freedom, which ended most of us, or most of the countries, with our own independence. And if you know, according to the history, the country, the motherland Ghana that I am here solely representing, actually is one among so many countries in Africa that stood out to stand the test of time, to fight their own right and grounds in the hands of the colonials, and at the end of the day, by the aid and the help, the support of their own successor in the person of Sir Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, who solicited, stood firm among so many others, and fought the war, fought the battle, and gained their own independence, which actually gave ground for other countries, including my own originated country, Nigeria, to also follow suit and gain her own independence, particularly for Ghana in the year 1957 and for Nigeria in the year 1960, respectively. It will interest me again to tell us that it was not an easy journey, it was not an easy course. In the course of this, so many lives were lost. So many people went astray and were taken out for slavery and slave trading. And at the end of the day, so many citizens, individuals, missed out their roots. Some who are Africans, particularly African-born, migrated in the course of this slavery to other countries and were used for slavery, and they settled in there, dwelt there, and for centuries they have been there. So in recent times, it has started, dawning in the heart, in the mind, in the spirit, in the soul and body of so many Africans that are now the African Americans who definitely migrated and settled there, to know that in their spirit, in their vein, in their artery, they are true sons and daughters of Africa, and it is time, according to them, to find their roots. Some did not sleep, some continuously searched, investigated, researched, and did everything humanly possible to find their roots. And lo and behold, some traced their roots back to the motherland Ghana as true sons and daughters, based off the history that took them away of the motherland Ghana. They actually decided to find their root back to the motherland. And in this clip, we will see an in-depth exposition of how that is explained and how it went down. And definitely the reception of these people by their own leaders and other citizens who were privileged to maintain their roots. Let's look at this in the blueprint, and we will be right back.
told you I was going to school. That's the school. You in the hospital? What number?
African Americans are trooping to Ghana as the country marks the year of return in memory of 400 years since the first slave ship landing in Virginia. An African American professor of African Studies, Tani Sanchez, from Los Angeles, went on a heritage tour with her daughter this August to honor her ancestors and find her roots. CGTN's Wilkester Nyabwa has the story.
They have gone to Ghana in search of their roots. Professor Tani Sanchez and her daughter Tani Sylvester are making this trip in honor of Sanchez's great-great-grandmother, Mary Ann Moss, who was born into slavery in Alabama around 1838. Moss was married to a black Union soldier named Charles Wright. DNA testing showed a direct link between Wright and the Ashanti ethnic group in Ghana. And now, as she listens to the drum beats welcoming her to Ghana, Sanchez weeps. This is her homecoming.
I feel much more connected, and I look at people and I say, oh my goodness, that could have been, these people could be related to me. These people probably knew my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother. I mean, it blows me away.
Sanchez spent a long time researching her ancestry, a quest which she compiled into a published book. In such cases, historians often reach dead ends due to a lack of personal records. It was genetic testing that gave Sanchez and others like her hope that DNA could shed light on their family's long-lost origins. Now she hopes to locate the exact family that she belonged to. During the ceremony, she met Ashanti chief Nana Boakie and asked him if he could do a genetic test to find out if they share any genetic links. He agreed.
You want to take a vertical shot? Okay.
For Sanchez's 40-year-old daughter, the visit to Asin Manso River, where slaves took a final bath before imprisonment on the coast, was a transformative experience.
We're retracing the footsteps of our ancestors, exactly. I mean, there's something, it's impact, there's something healing about that.
They also visited the harrowing Cape Coast Castle, where slaves were chained and organized into dungeons before walking through the door of no return to board the ships.
Thinking of the same route they took and how they must have felt going to a new world and not really understanding anything. And here I am 400 years later and I'm free. So for me, this whole trip has been about holding my head up high, being bold and courageous, and honoring them because they paved the way for me.
When the tour ends, they will return to the United States, but this, they are convinced, is home.
They were repeating.
Wilkester Nyabwa, CGTN.
Has granted citizenship to several African Americans and Afro-Caribbeans as part of the Country Beyond the Return initiative to attract resettlement of Africa descendants. In 2019, Ghana successfully hosted the Year of Return with a raft of activities at home and abroad to encourage the descendants of those who were forcibly sent into slavery to return home to Africa. Ghana has become a repatriation hotspot for many Black Americans over the last few years, since the country hosts, among others, the many castles and forts which were used in the slave trade. Ghana was used as a slave trade hub during the transatlantic slave trade. The Portuguese built the first permanent slave trading post to Elmina on the Gold Coast, now Ghana. This eventually passed through Dutch and English hands, and by the 18th century was handling 30,000 slaves each year. According to documented history, between 1650 and 1900, 10.2 million enslaved Africans arrived in the Americas from the 8 regions in Africa used for the slave trade. About 80% of the Africans who were enslaved and transported in the transatlantic slave trade went through the many castles and forts which can be found in Ghana.
To signal our collective determination that never again will the African peoples allow themselves to be captured and sold into slavery as commodities in foreign unknown lands to help build their wealth from whose enjoyment they were largely excluded. It would provide a bridge for the reunification of the global African family, to construct a new future of progress and prosperity for the Black peoples of the world. And would also put the spotlight on Ghana's Pan-African credentials, showcasing Ghana's vision of bringing unity and dignity back to the process of social and economic development in Africa and in the African diaspora.
For some, Ghana is a destination where worries about safety and racism are non-existent. For others, Ghana is a place where expatriates feel they can effortlessly thrive while connecting with their ancestral roots. Ghana is the only African country which grants free residential permit to any black person born outside Africa to live in the country as long as they want through their right of abode law. Upon living in Ghana for some few years, citizenship are automatically granted. Here are some of the statements of African Americans whose African citizenship were restored to them.
Now it's gonna turn up. Oh yeah, now I can do a lot more. I really want to get into a lot of things like real estate. I want to do business, a lot of business. I want to do entertainment still. I want to travel across West Africa on my new Ghanaian passport. Hey, Charlie, no more visa.
I'm so pleased to have finally received my citizenship today. The first visit to Ghana was in 1970 when I was a much younger person, and I've always felt at home here in Ghana. I now have a home here, and we built a house about 10 years ago, and we're spending time here and look forward to being productive.
Grantee for citizenship, and actually the way I'm dressed now, I wanted to let the government of Ghana know how much we're appreciative of everything that they're doing for us. But 2 weeks ago, I was in school as in Koso Ohini, and more so. So my new name is Nana Akwesi Dentra, and I just wanted to show that we love Ghana and that we are continuing to invest and engage in everything that we're doing in the country.
Oh, I'm very excited. It's a very, what should I say? Just an exciting day for us. Many of us have been waiting for this for a long time. Like me, I've been living in Ghana 20 years. I've been married to my husband 43 years. Oh, the people, the country itself. Everybody here is so welcoming. That's the thing. It's a very pleasant place to live. The people are pleasant. The environment is pleasant. And we feel free here.
Do you feel it? N1, I'm writing up your world. Just go to N1 Bet. Play any.
The environment is pleasant, and we feel free here.
I just want to come here to meet and greet and help my brothers and sisters, always. And I just happen to be Ghana. I'm glad I came to Ghana. It's a wonderful country. Such wonderful, warm people.
Excellent. I feel great. It's been a long time coming. I'm very happy. I feel fulfilled. And I feel like it's really a dream come true for me. My life is unfolding beautifully in Ghana. And I'm happy to finally get Ghana citizenship. It's a really big deal.
It is an honor for me, on behalf of His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to welcome you all to this memorable occasion on the swearing in of our brothers and sisters of the African American and Caribbean diaspora community as Ghanaians. I'll add again. The Ministry of the Interior, after a careful scrutiny of the applications of 126 members of the diaspora community, recommended the grant of Ghanaian citizenship by His Excellency the President to our brothers and sisters. He granted it, and therefore we are here today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, following the illustrious tradition of our First President Osajo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, George Padmore, and particularly that of Dr. Y.E.B. Du Bois, Pan-Africanism has remained both the cornerstone and the unique cliché of Ghana's foreign policy. This tradition, His Excellency the President has rekindled and demonstrated by the establishment of the Diaspora Affairs Directorate under the office of the President. He wants them under him, under his eagle eyes, and what a team we have, led by Brother Ababio. The Year of Return program in 2019 was further to demonstrate government's commitment to this. In the related development, that beyond the return activities currently being pursued by the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture is a further step in the right direction. I am glad to state that you are our own people who have chosen to return home, that make Ghana your preferred home. You are welcome and you are assured of our hospitality. Akaba.
I think it is a spiritual healing for those who are receiving this citizenship. As you know, some years ago, they were forced into migration when they didn't have any choice. And for those who went away to the plantation farms several years ago, even though it's about more than 400 years, those who have found, the descendants who have found their way back to Ghana are looking for that spiritual healing, are looking for not just the citizenship that we have given them, by restoration, we are restoring citizenship for them. So when a person of this kind is getting a citizenship, it is not the same as Ghana giving citizenship to a Lebanese, to an Indian, to an American, to a white, a Caucasian, or a British guy. This is a different sort of ceremony, which is why the Interior Ministry and the Diaspora Affairs Office finds it necessary to organize something special, and on occasion like this, give the citizenship back to them. So it is a restoration of the citizenship that they have lost so many years ago, which we have given back to.
Interesting. You see, there's something I really hold up tight in my heart, which is what? My roots. I am a typical African, and I am an African to the core. That no matter what happens, I know and I am stuck with where I come from. Even as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, I do not joke with my history because that is my true identification, and that is definitely what will propel me for the world at large and where I want to be in the nearest future. Okay, so that any day, anytime I'm being asked upon, where are you from or where is your root, I can say I am a proud citizen of Nigeria. I am a proud citizen from West Africa and from Africa to the world at large. And this should be our watchword, our identity, and definitely our roots, so that whomever you are watching at me today, wherever you are, regardless of what it is that has happened and has cut you off, cut you short from retracing your roots or staying put with your root, identifying with your root, it is and should be an eye-opener for you as well to look deep within and around you, very vast, to identify with your roots. And so far so good. I am really impressed with how these African Americans have definitely taken it upon themselves to retrace their step back to their root. And it will really shock you to know that there really are a lot of them that are still yet to find their root and retrace their root. And for this one that we have seen today, I decided as an ambassador of the Motherland Ghana to bring to our knowledge, our exposition, and what? Our education, to know that yes, these are not just mere people from any angle, any corner, in any part of the world, but people who truly care about their roots and their identity and actually did find out and traced it back home to where they truly belong and definitely were received by their leaders and other citizens. And I, at this point, am really fascinated and impressed with what I have seen today. And that's why I said, ladies and gentlemen, this should be something we all should sit down together, take an in-depth look, ponder on it, and take it as a food for thought, an exposition, an eye-opener through the lens of Vibe with Chivik, to know that there's always a time in a man's life that no matter where you are, maybe as an immigrant who took the holistic move of going out to any country for greener pasture, at least to make ends meet, or definitely to feel safe, mingle, interrelate, intermarry, interact with other countries, as the case may be, and you are thinking of definitely going back to your root, maybe to visit, or maybe to go back and start afresh, maybe to go back and settle down in your home, or start afresh in your homeland, in the motherland Ghana, regardless of any country. But today, Ghana, I will gladly oblige you. Give it a second thought. Make your plans, everything whatsoever, worth it. So that at the end of the day, you would definitely make that move and beat your chest to say that, yes, this is home, the motherland, home sweet home, and there is no place like home. Whether or whether, it will always stand the test of time that you can definitely feel safe, feel comfortable, feel relaxed, feel peaceful, feel very calm and soothing, because you found a place called home, which you, by history and origination, actually belong to. So whether you're a Nigerian, any citizen of any country, and you are in any country, another point of reference I want to put out to you is this. Know that regardless of where you are, you have a grassroots and you have a home. Make out time to go back and visit your home, okay? Even if you want to go back and return, no problem, but make it a point of duty. This is festive season in all parts of the world, all parts of the globe, where people from different parts of the world will always want to take it upon themselves to travel, go out there and, mingle, celebrate the festive season with their family, friends, and well-wishers, right? I am putting it out here on the stable of Vibe with Chivik to say, make it a date as you plan to come back home to my one and only motherland, the country called Ghana, that everyone in every part of the world is talking about, and you will be very amazed and glad you did. Okay, so that is it, guys. Congratulations to all those who have found peace, who have found satisfaction, who have found comfort, who have found very calm and soothing relaxation in the motherland. Stay calm, stay cool, stay relaxed. Don't do anyhow, because I am watching you through the lens of Vibe with Chivik. I need that serene peace, I need that serene calmness, and a very lively environment. Come this festive season in the motherland Ghana. Yes, exactly. Your one and only ambassador of the motherland says so. If you doubt it, argue with your keypads. Yes, yes, yes. And guys, this brings us to the very end of what we have for today. What are your thoughts, your opinions, your objective? Like I told you, you are definitely going to learn a thing or two. So what have you learned? Are you still listening? Are you still trying to figure out what I've just said? Rewind it and watch over and over again, or possibly share it and save it for later so that more people as well can see. You can always come back and watch. And that is it, guys. If you are definitely yet to like this video again, what are you waiting for? Kindly hit on the like button. And if this is your first time of coming across this channel, you like what you see, right? You like what you see, right? You see, here on Vibe with Chivik, it's vibe upon vibe upon vibe. A place where no matter how pained, how depressed, how frustrated, how angry, how bitter, how sad and moody you are, once you click here, hey, it is finished. Otilo, it is over, because you are definitely going to get a reason to smile again, to be happy, to be calm. You know why? Because Jesus loves you, and I freaking love you to the moon and back. And I will definitely always bring premium and lit content your way that will make you forget your problems and your sorrows at the end of the day. Exactly. And if that is what you want, stick to this place and go nowhere. Always come back for more. For my returnees, thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly. And with these guys, I will say we've come to the very end. Thank you so much for watching and watching till the end. Remember to always vibe to your environment, your surrounding nature, your food, in fact, everything worth vibing to. Keep vibing till the end of time. Chivik says so. Until I see you in my next one, look out for that. Very spicy and hot, juicy. Look out for that. For now, ciao, ciao. Mwah.